fast wash cycle in the Hotpoint. Excuse the noise of the tumble dryer, I've got a queue of washing again. So I'm going to do fast wash, 60 degrees, put it on program 5, with reduced creases, and just see how this copes. So I've got tea towels I want to wash today. Mainly tea towels anyway. Actually, no, I'll stick to tea towels. So I do usually serial number. There you go. I think that's a serial number. That's the only rate. That's the only sticker I can see. So yeah, I'm going to do a wash with reduced creases on, just to see what it does. As I'm curious, and as you can see, I'm doing tea towels. 3rd of December 2009. Okay, that's interesting. So that's, so say 2010. So would that be 16 years old? Would that be then? That makes this machine. If I work that out right, round it to 2010. Late 2009, round it to 2010. 10 years gets you to 2020, to 2026. Blimey, so that's 16 years old, this machine is. And it's doing pretty good for itself. So I do usually, for anything that's sort of heavily soiled, so like tea towels, as you can see, stuff like this, I tend to do a pre-wash. And since this wash doesn't have a pre-wash option, I'll do just a quick wash. I have done this on Miele's before and other washes. I do a quick wash to give a good sort of wash before the main wash. But because these are quite bad, I'm just going to do a 60 and then I'll do probably a 70 or a 90 after. Right, so that's the last ones. Oh, there's a few more. Right. Got some surf powder. Oh, right. Shut that too. Get the camera set up. Right. So program 5, as you can see, 60 degrees, reduced creases. Let's go. Hello to my new viewers who have just tuned in. Well, that's hot. I think that's at 60. Good wash action as well. I'm going to add a bit of this. I don't need suds to build up too much. I had a problem when I used surf powder a few days ago, and it come out the bloody drawer. There's that many suds. This stuff seems to really foam up, which is a bit annoying. There we go. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, folks. Oh. Hello to everyone who's just tuned in. Hello, wishy-washy guy. Yeah, it's going good, thank you. How's everything with you? Yeah, fast wash 60 degrees with reduced creases. I'm glad you like the Argus videos. I will be doing some more at some point. I've just got to figure out a better way of recording the actual book. You used to collect the Argus books. Well, I started initially just sort of collecting the later ones, so like from 2015 onwards. Help with draining out. 2015 onwards, and because that was sort of the time I could go and get them myself from Argus. And then I thought, well, I wonder if they do the old ones, and yeah, they do. So I started buying them off eBay. Haven't bought any for a while because the prices for them are absolutely ridiculous. Ever since they discontinued the Argus book in 2020, the prices for them are ridiculous. Everyone wants them because they're nostalgic, so. Do you still have any Argus books, or have you got rid of them all? I remember the index catalogues, yeah. I've got a couple of them, but I would like more. But again, they're exactly the same. They go for an absolute fortune. And YouTube isn't paying that well at the minute. So. That's a shame. With the Argus books. I used to have, back when I was sort of little and in primary school, people used to save me their old Argus books, you know, because I used to like to look at the vacuums, the washers, and even the school did at some point, you know, that they had Argus books, you know, to do sort of cutting and sticking with, and wish lists and whatnot. And the amount of Argus books back then that I used to sort of cut up and do wish lists with, and now I'm going, oh Harry, why did you do that? You could have kept them. But it's, you know, I was probably what, 6, 4, 5, 6, so, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, so they say. Tesco Directs, blimey. Yeah, I've got a few of them as well. Yeah, good old Tesco, not that good now, I don't think. Unfortunately, the proper days. It's a shame, really. You can't get catalogues from anywhere. I mean, Currys used to do little catalogues, Argus. There's a few others, Index, Tesco. And then there's always one that my nan had called the Studio catalogue, and there's a few washing machines in that and vacuums, but there's a load of other just random shite basically. And I mean, it's so nostalgic to look through, but I don't have any, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a shame no one does catalogues anymore. Are we going to do a high level rinse? I hope we are. I think we are. Were the Currys catalogues sort of thin catalogues or quite thick? I'm sure I've seen like the thin catalogues for sale, more like leaflets, but did they do actual thick catalogues like the Argus ones? Thin and blue, okay. I'm sure they had some of them on eBay. I've seen them somewhere. I can't remember where though. I think it was eBay. Studio used to be called Ace. I did not know that. I didn't know that. I used to like the Christmas studio catalogues, so the sort of thick catalogues that were released close to Christmas with all the Christmas lights in. I used to really like that. But that's going back probably 10 years, maybe, a bit longer. A good wash action again for rinses. I mean, it's very intensive, and a good water level for rinses as well. If you water, which I'm not surprised, it's brown. I'm not surprised these tea towels are dreadful. I haven't heard of them before, them catalogues. No. Premier Man, was it? Let me check. No, never heard of them. Premier Man? No, haven't heard of them. I'm debating what detergent to use when I do, because I'm going to do these on a boil wash tomorrow, and I'll probably do a live stream. I'm debating what detergent to use. Surf, Ariel, Persil. Let me know what you think. I do remember the Little Woods catalogues. I think I've only got one of them, I think. But yeah, I remember all sorts. And I don't know why that's reminded me, but Debenhams used to do vacuums. I remember going into a Debenhams and there was vacuum cleaners there, and well, they stopped doing vacuum cleaners and now they're bankrupt, I think. The Debenhams that was by me is closed down, so I'll use Ariel. Okay. I'm spoilt for choice. I've got that many detergents. I don't know what to use. I just seem to buy detergents and hoard them. Same for softeners. I don't know why. I must have that many detergents and bottles. I didn't know Iceland sold appliances now. I don't remember that. I don't know. I didn't know that. Did they sell freezers to put their frozen food in? It's not just frozen food, is it? It's fridges and freezers. Buy a fridge freezer and get a voucher for some food. Yeah, it sounds quite a good deal, that does. Bright House, that rings a bell, I think. Bright House. But they used appliances or something, or something like that. It rings a bell. I'm not quite sure. The name of it though rings a bell, like I say. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, there was one in a shopping centre near me, and I don't think I ever went in there, but I remember seeing wash machines in there, yeah. Comet was another one. There was a Comet probably about 10 minutes away from me. I used to go in there. There's two actually. There was a smaller shop and then like a big mega store. I remember, for some reason, I remember the smaller shop better than I can the mega store. Powerhouse, that's a new one on me. I haven't heard of that one before. Well, they're looking pretty good actually, pretty clean. I'm still going to do them on another wash after, well, tomorrow. Oh, it went over 20 years ago. That'd be why I don't remember it. Curry's Digital. Trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I do actually. Was it like a catalogue for just digital stuff? Oh, okay. So like a shop. Curry's Digital, a shop. A store rather than a shop. Whatever you want to call it. Oh, second drinks were on. Another high level rinse. Brilliant. Oh, that's really satisfying, this is. Don't know why, but it is. Water's still a bit manky though. These were dirty, these towels. They're used in a shop, a florist. So the towels are used for sort of spillages and stuff like that, so they do get very, very dirty. And to wipe sort of the surfaces off, so after we've cut flowers and whatnot, they're wiped. I never knew Asda sold washers and dryers. Never knew that. Or did I? No. I know they used to sell still do sort of vacuums, especially in the bigger superstores or mega stores, whatever you want to call them. But no, I didn't know they sold like white goods, like washers and dryers. No. What a shame. Everything sort of, I don't know, no choice, is there really? Well, there is choice, but not a lot as there was. Mind you, Argos only started selling washing machines, I think it was 2000. I think it was like autumn, winter 2000. That was the first sort of, they'd brought the appliances back. Because the Argos books before that didn't have any washers in. Whether they used to sell them years ago, I'm not sure. That's just reminded me, White Knight, they've gone bankrupt, haven't they? They don't sell anything anymore. Which is a shame. I mean, White Knight goods were pretty, in my book, just pretty cheap and reliable. But they've stopped selling them now, unfortunately. You have a 3 kilogram one. They're cool, they are. I like them little dryers, they're brilliant. My nan's got one of them that she don't use because it's vented, and she was thinking about getting a condensed one, but I have no idea really. I've got to have a look into it, but I've got no idea what to go for, because she doesn't want to spend a fortune on one. So I'm going to have to try and get her a cheap new condenser dryer. So if anyone's got any recommendations, that'd be brilliant. Right, is this going to be final rinse? Yeah, final rinse. So that's 3 rinses that does. Which is pretty good. With interim spins as well, which is good. They look pretty clean. They look good. I'm still gonna put them on for another wash though. My first washer that I had, well, the ones my parents had would have been a Zanussi jet system, one of the extra capacity 6 kilogram ones. That was my first sort of washer, and then shortly after, well, that lasted from, when was that? I think they must have had that 2002, and then it packed up in 2013, and 2015, sorry, but prior to 2015 I had my own little single tub camping washing machine with a spin dryer. And then the camping tub, the washer itself, the little one, because it was on top of the Zanussi, I left the water running for a bit too long and it flooded and leaked into the Zanussi, and the Zanussi just went bang. So, and I think it was insured, the Zanussi. I think Mum and Dad took out insurance on it. So they called whoever it was to have a look, and they replaced, I think it was a fascia PCB, they replaced something on it. And then shortly after, something else went on it, and then something else went, and in the end I think the PCB went again, and it weren't my fault this time. The door lock, there was something weird going on with the door lock, and it was, yeah, I mean, it was knackered. And then we had the Zanussi dryer, the matching dryer to that, and Mum and Dad kept that, and then the belts kept breaking on it, so we're having to have like a new belt every few months or something stupid, and it was loud. I mean, it got used every, it was at least 4 times a week it got used. Same for the washers, so they done well for themselves, both of them. But yeah, and then we had the Samsung Eco Bubble after the Zanussi, and a Bosch dryer, Bosch Classics dryer, I think. And then I got, when was it? I think I got bored of the Samsung, and I had I'm trying to think now. I think I sold the Samsung 2020, I think. We had it for about 5 years. And I sold it 2020 when I had the Aquatech, the Beko Aquatech, which was put up here in the house, I think. I'm trying to think now. No, he kept it for a bit. I had the Beko Aquatech and I used that. And then I got bored of the Samsung, and we couldn't wash sort of large loads in it because it was ridiculous with water. It was really stingy. So Mum and Dad started to use the Aquatech, and then I had the Miele just there, that one, from a relative's house. We had to go up to Derby to get that. The relative had passed away, and I saw on the house listing, because I hadn't been there before. It was a distant relative. Hadn't been to the house before, and I saw a Miele washer, and I said to my my uncle, I said, "Oh, there's a Miele washer there. Oh, that's a shame, you know." And you know, we sort of made an arrangement, and it was okay. Well, if we can go and get it, we can have it. Hello, Washing Lad 2009. So yeah, that's how I ended up with the Miele. I did briefly have a Beko machine before the Beko Aquatech. I briefly had a normal brushed Beko, which was really good. So yeah, that was pretty good, which made me get the Aquatech. Which in hindsight, I should have waited, because I was going to get the Miele, but I didn't know it at that time. Washing Lad 2009, you can be a mod. I haven't got a clue how to make you a mod, but you can be a mod. I don't have a clue how to do this. And I'm frightened of doing anything on my phone in case I end the live stream or cock something up. This is early days for me. I'm not very confident with these. So yeah, I did ramble then. I went from we went Zanussi to Samsung, to the Beko Aquatech, to the Beko, normal Beko, then to the Beko Aquatech, then the Miele. We're still on the Miele. And then that's when I had my own washer, and that was the Beko, the brushed motor Beko, and then the Beko Aquatech. Then the Miele here, and then the Miele that's currently in storage, the W487. Our first dishwasher, was it? What did we have? Whirlpool, I think. We had, I think it was a Whirlpool dishwasher. I'm not sure if that was there when Mum and Dad moved in. I don't think it was. And then we had then we had a freestanding silver Beko. The Whirlpool was freestanding, and now we've got a Smeg integrated. Smeg it is. Weird name, but yeah. And soon we'll have a Bosch dishwasher, because the Smeg is wearing out and not working like it did. Yeah, me too. I like the WM63. I mean, that's got to be getting on for, what, 25 years old maybe? At least. Can't quite remember when they made them. It was around it was around 2000, I think. I can't remember though. Yeah, the little Zanussi. Yeah, that one's nice. I'd like to try one of the older styles with the variable temperature. One of them, and I'd love to try one of the ones with the moving front, like the Asco machines. That'd be awesome. ...1998 to 1999, okay. So that's 26, 27, maybe 28 years old. Blimey. Pretty good, isn't it? You were born in 1999. No, you're a bit older than me. I was born in 2004. Not by much, though. Not by much. I've still got the Indesit, yeah, it's down in the shed. Yeah, I would try a whirlpool. Yeah, I'd like to have one just to see what they're like. Yeah, I mean, really, if any sort of washer that I can get my hands on, I won't say no to, because I'm curious and it's good for videos. So I think I did have a whirlpool briefly. I can't remember what it was, but I think I've done a really brief, quick video on my channel. It was ages ago. But I sold that on, unfortunately. With hindsight, I wish I'd have done more videos on it, but I weren't really into videoing a lot back then. Right, is this going to do an anti-tumble or go back into a spin? I don't know. Yeah, I had a Hotpoint, one of the Power Stream tumble ones. Yeah, I had one of them for a bit as well. That was a scrap find one. I had one of them for a bit. I had a Hotpoint what was it, 22 was it? A bit older than the WM63. I had the WM22 and the WM63. I had them together. They were from the same house. The WM22 was sort of the daily driver, and then for some reason the WM63 was in the garage, not being used. I think it got a faulty door lock, because I remember having to replace that or do something with it, and it worked. I'm not sure though. Blimey, the time's 11:30. I didn't know it was that. Time flies when you're having fun. A washer dryer. No, well, I've had scrap ones that haven't been any good. but no, I haven't used a washer dryer properly now. I would like to. I'd like to use one and see what they're like. Do a few videos on one, but no, I've never actually had one to play with that works. Like I say, I think I had a scrap Hotpoint washer dryer that was completely and utterly scrap, and then I had a Bosch washer dryer with broken bearings. But I think it had a seal drum. There was something, and I couldn't get the. And I thought, oh, it's not worth it. A Candy Eclipser. That rings a bell, that one. Candy Eclipser. I think I know the one you're on about. Yeah, I think I know. Very nice. Right, I might pause the final spin because I don't really need it to spin for the full length, because these are going to go back on tomorrow. Give it a bit longer. Right then, move the tripod out of the way. They'll be alright. They're a bit wet still, as they would be, being on a slow spin. Right, aerial in ready for tomorrow. A full cap of aerial, because they are absolutely filthy. Well, they were. Shut that, and I'll put that on tomorrow and do a live stream, all being well, probably tomorrow night. Get it ready. Program 1, 90 degrees. I'm going to get to super wash and reduce creases. That'll be tomorrow. Right, so hope you enjoyed this live stream. Thanks for telling me about the reduced creases and the fast tumbles that does. That's a good tip to know. I will do another cycle tomorrow with that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Take care, wishy-washy guy, and yeah, I will see you all another time. Thank you. Bye.